Welcome to the Renaissance Dash. This was supposed to be my first solo chat, just me and you, kicking off Midlife Mocha and talking about my why. But life and good friends have a way of interfering with the best laid plans. My dear friend and business colleague, Dr. Sam Morgan, stopped by my office to let me in on some big news. He's officially running for County Commissioner, Precinct 4. I couldn't let him leave without getting him on the mic. So on this very first special episode with Dr. Morgan as my guest, we're going straight to the heart of the matter, addressing the two biggest elephants in the room regarding his candidacy, specifically his prior arrest as city representative and his switch to the Republican Party. Yes, you heard that right. So if you want to hear the honest, no holds barred reasons behind his political leap, you're in the right place. This is the definition of intentional living. Let's dash right into it. First, we're going to address the elephant in the room, what everybody wants to know, all the questions that have been floating around. Briefly, what is the single biggest misconception from your past legal challenge, and how did you personally rebuild trust?
Well, I can tell you the biggest challenge that we had was with just the community in general, okay? Regarding this situation, you're talking about something that happened over 6 years ago. It was a very defining moment in my life and my family's life, but my family's resilient, and we've gotten past and we've gotten through it. So hopefully today I can shed some light on how it impacted me and the outcomes. The impact really for me was just losing some public trust more than anything. As a city representative, I understand we are held to a higher standard, but I'm proud to share with you because obviously everyone doesn't know what happened, but my charges were dismissed. All charges were dismissed, and my record was expunged. So technically, it's like it never happened. But we understand that, public opinion is real.
It's real.
You can't get away from public opinion. So what I would like to share with you and your audience is that I'm in a better place. My family's in a better place. Our relationship is stronger than ever. All those charges were dismissed, and the record was totally expunged.
So your charges were dismissed. How does that legal clarity directly relate to your ability to operate your firearms business and regain that public confidence?
Absolutely. When it comes to any type of legal matters, my business is very sensitive to that because I'm a firearms instructor for the state of Texas as well as the NRA. Therefore, my criminal record has to be clean. The only way that I could not continue to operate my business in the state of Texas, it was if I was found guilty, which I wasn't found guilty. My business was established in 2006, and the doors have been open to this very day. It's 2025.
Okay. And I want you to say it one more time. Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Okay. I hope everybody heard that.
In order to be charged guilty, you would have to have gone through a trial. I would never set foot in a court. You can only be found guilty in a court of law. We are all presumed innocent until proven guilty. And obviously, I'm innocent.
Right. And I'm going to say my thoughts on that from my blog if people want to read that part, because sometimes people do say no, guilty until proven innocent, but we'll talk about that later. Yes. Beyond the legal outcome, what was the emotional and professional cost of that crisis, and how did it change your perspective on public service?
I will tell you my perspective on it is, like I said earlier, we as elected officials are going to be held to a higher standard, obviously because you're in the public eye, whereas a regular person isn't. Therefore, the impact was pretty intense, to tell you the truth. The media putting out stories that they believed were legitimate, but at the same time, when I was exonerated, no one interviewed me about anything. So I appreciate you sitting down with me and asking me the hard questions here today, Monica, because I believe the community and the people need to hear it. because obviously the media in my situation was definitely one-sided.
Now that that's over and done with, I don't want to revisit that again because, as a friend, as someone I respected in the community, someone who was literally a political powerhouse, especially in the Northeast,
Yes.
It's glad to see you back.
Well, it's good to be back, Monica. I never really left. I've always been keeping a good eye on what's going on in the political arena here because it impacts every person in this entire city. High taxes, infrastructure needs. There's just so much that's going on. So although I might not have been in the public eye, I've always been behind the scenes paying attention to what's going on. Hence why I'm running for County Commissioner Precinct 4 here in the primaries.
Great. And good to know that you still care about the people.
Of course.
So, and with that being said, some people are kind of surprised that you are a Democrat. You're now running as a Republican. What was the core belief or principle that drove this political transition?
You're absolutely right. Though anyone who knows me knows that, when I came to El Paso in 2000, I joined the Democratic Party here, and I supported the Democratic Party faithfully for years. But what I realized was that the Democratic Party here in El Paso was all about taking care of whoever they wanted to take care of, not necessarily the best candidates. And when I ran, I found out when I decided I wanted to get involved in politics, I found out real fast that everyone enjoyed me working for them, but no one wanted to get behind me and support me as a candidate. Therefore, I had to do it myself with friends such as yourself and other people that believe in me. And we went out there, we kicked butt, and we won an election, and we're going to do it again.
That's right. I'm ready. You are truly the best person for the job. But I know that because of the current, temperature in the United States now, that's why that question is coming up. So when it comes to assuring voters that the county commissioner role is strictly local, how do you distinguish that from national politics, despite party affiliation?
Monica, that's a very good question. And I can honestly tell you, all politics are local when it comes to the way I look at it. If you're not worried about what's going on in your own backyard, why are you worried about what's going on in the nation? Right now, we need to be more focused on balancing our budgets, reducing our deficit. There's so much that needs to be done in our community, and we need someone who's not afraid to jump in there and get their hands dirty and get the job done. One of the things that I'm going to share with you is that I'm all about the work. I'm not out here for titles. I'm not out there for glory or fame. The community needs help. And if I have the skill set that I know I have to help, why wouldn't I? Okay, you take a look at the Northeast. Northeast has been just renovated. Okay, we got Rear Cohen, we got an amphitheater coming, no money to the city, about $100 million investment. Those are the type of projects that we need to revitalize certain areas. But when it comes to my politics, I was very content at being a Democrat until when I decided I wanted to take it to another level. The Democratic Party in El Paso wasn't having it. And I had no problem. I'm what they call a walk-away Democrat. I walked away from the Democratic Party and walked right into the Republican Party. And now that I'm getting ready to run for county commissioner, the Republican Party is 100% behind me. And I spent over 20 years in the Democratic Party. So I have no problem with walking away from a party that didn't support the people.
Of course, that first one was the first elephant in the room, and that's the second elephant in the room, of course, that political party transition. So in 30 seconds, how do you convince a lifelong Democrat that your local Republican leadership is necessary for the county's future?
Okay, the answer to that is pretty straightforward if you ask me. And I'll be running my campaign on this model right here. Stop voting against your best interest and vote for change. If the Democratic Party has had control of every partisan elected position in the city of El Paso for over 20 years, there's no balance there. Okay. And the only time you ever see any balance there is when you do have the occasional Republican that gets in office, like Andrew Haggerty and his uncle Dan Haggerty. But they were in there, and they're going to do. They were in there doing the same thing that I plan on doing, disrupting it a little bit. Bottom line is, we need to make sure that the people in the community know exactly what's going on in those halls. We need to know. They need to know that they have someone that is going to make sure that they're kept informed, because the only way for us to do our job is to listen to the constituents or the people within the community. And I don't see that happening. Therefore, I think the city right now needs a little help. I don't think it needs help. I know this county needs some help. And with a Republican on the dais, I think that will be starting the direction that we need to go into. So I feel comfortable about it. I am proud to represent the Republican Party at this time. And I hope that anyone that's out there that is concerned about their own interests, they take a really good look at what's happening here. 20 years, the Democratic Party has had control of this city. There's no balance, and I hope to bring some balance to it.
Okay, so before we move on, of course, like I said before, the temperature of the current climate here in the United States is obvious. Me, myself, I'm an independent voter.
Okay.
I don't do the whole partisanship thing.
Okay.
But when it comes to what people really want to know, are you a MAGA Republican, or are you the type of Republican who truly wants change?
Well, I am a conservative Republican. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get that right out there. Okay, I understand. The Republican Party has a conservative side, and we have a MAGA side. The Democratic Party has a far left side. We go AOC, Mondani, who just won mayor in New York. They're on the far extremes. They were not even. He was not even endorsed by Chuck Schumer, Speaker of the House, Jeffries. None of the higher level Democratic leadership even gave this guy any support, and he won. Okay, so when it comes to the Republican Party, I want everyone to understand that the Republican Party is just like any other party. You have a conservative side and you have a more extreme side. So I am a conservative Republican. I care about, your taxes. I care about food. I care about gas. I care about childcare. I care about health. I care about mental health. These are all things that I plan on championing as a county commissioner.
So when it comes to, the local vision, the concerns, and the action plan, that's where most of us are wanting to know now, because honestly, a lot of us are fed up, and we want to know that there's going to be change coming up in 2026. So based on your experience, what are the top 3 most pressing needs of El Paso County residents and local businesses right now? And what actionable ideas will you implement to improve them?
Okay. Well, what I would tell you right off the bat is fiscal relief. Everyone needs some fiscal relief at this point because we're being taxed. Inflation is at an all-time high. Tariffs are driving the prices up of everything. People need a fiscal relief. So they need someone that's going to be in a position like this to actually take a look at these budgets and trim the fat, and if need be, consolidate, if need be, to reduce. But the bottom line is you have to have the courage to get in there and do the hard job in order to give the people the fiscal relief that they deserve. The second thing is accountability. One of the things that my whole platform is based on is accountability. being where I'm supposed to be, doing the job that I'm there to do, making sure that we're not overlooking revenue sources that a lot of folks want to play partisanship with. El Paso, we have an opportunity to receive federal dollars as well as state dollars from our local government. But the way that the system is set up right now is we want to play partisan politics when it comes to people and fiscal relief. So as an accountable county commissioner, I'm going to be accountable to the people first and foremost, not party or trying to be party loyal. You have to get out there and hear what the people are saying in order to know what is really happening. And this is one thing that so many people are telling me that they want more of. We need someone who's accountable to us as an elected official, which goes back to what I told you earlier. Stop voting against your best interests, vote for change. And the last thing about is public safety and infrastructure. Most people don't understand that they go hand in hand. Okay, if your roads are in disrepair and your bridges are in disrepair and you have so much construction going on that is taking longer than it should, it impacts law enforcement's ability to get to people in emergencies. So a lot of folks want to look at everything as individual. Some things you just can't look at as individual. If we want our communities to be safe, and we want decent police response times, and we want police to actually show up, our infrastructure has to be repaired and maintained in order to do that. So, public safety and infrastructure, accountability, and fiscal relief is what I'm running on.
So with that being said, what is the first tangible action you will take as commissioner, and how will you build consensus with current county leaders?
Well, let me take the second part first. I think building consensus with some of the county commissioners that are in there right now. I'm not going to mention any names, but I believe I can work with them. And I believe that we have the same vision as far as taking care of the people. I said some, not all. Okay. So with that being said, the first thing that I would want to do is I would want to look at the budget. I understand that for the fiscal 26 budget, they had to borrow funds from another fund in order to balance the budget. So for me, let's find out where the money is being spent. Let's find areas that can be improved upon. And with that being said, I want to know how the money is being spent and managed within the budget. Within the county. Because you got to remember, not only do they have a county budget, but they're also managing UNC's budget. And I think any prudent person, the first thing you want to do is get in there and find out, are we fiscally responsible? Are we spending the money the way we're supposed to? Are we taking care of the programs and the facilities the way we're supposed to? So I think any prudent person would be the first thing that I'm going to do is look at the budget.
I'm not going to take up too much of your time because I know you have a lot going on. I just knew that because you were going to be running for office, that I wanted to make sure that the people knew the person that I know. Okay. And I trust you as someone who represents my needs when it comes to being a resident in this county. Besides myself, why should other El Pasoans vote for you?
Well, that's a good question. But I will tell you the reason anyone should vote for is because I'm competent, committed, and capable. If once I get involved in something, I'm on it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time listening to naysayers. I'm going to get in there and find out what the root cause is. And do everything in my power to fix it. So if you want someone who's competent, committed, and capable, I'm your guy.
Competent, committed, and capable. Morgan for the CCC.
That's us.
All right. Oh my goodness. I am so glad you were able to stop by and talk to me for a minute.
Yeah. My pleasure, Monica. I always enjoy spending time with you. Thank you.
So on that note, how can people find out more about your campaign and running for this position?
The easiest way to get in touch with us in my campaign is through our website. So if you visit samdocmorgan, that's SAMDOCMORGAN.com, you will have all the information that you need and access to all our social media as well.
All right. Well, everybody, you heard it here first.
Thank you, Monica. Appreciate you.